channel. This is Jay. Today I want to talk to you guys about a very serious topic, depression. It's very real. It's something that nobody really wants to talk about because you feel ashamed of it, or someone might talk about you. But when you get it off your chest and you share with someone that doesn't know you, like a psychiatrist, I'm always for somebody getting help. I still see a psychiatrist to this day. I've been seeing one for years now, I think since I was about 26, because I had a lot to go that went on in my life. And as you keep watching my channel, I will open up to you and share with you about what I'm going through or what I've been through. And that's why I call it my journey, and that I want to take you guys on this journey with me. I'm in hopes of helping someone identify their depression. That's what I want to do. So I had met a lady today, and I'm not going to share her name. Hopefully you guys get to meet her. But I had met her today, and that's what we talked about. And it was just mighty funny because earlier today I posted I posted something on Facebook on my private page, and it just said that people are always worried about their self. Never stop to think, what if the person they call to ask something from is having a bad time in life at the moment? Life has its ups and downs. Tomorrow might not be a good day either. You can't always expect someone to be feeling at their best. Before thinking about yourself, ask others about their day. You never know what's on their mind. Depression is a real thing. And that's very true, because a lot of people, some people are happy all the time. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't stop and think about what the next person is going through. They're just like, oh, well, can I, will you, do you have? You know, it's always something that they want from you. And some people can't even tell in your voice. So like, I have a little sister, and she called me maybe about a week ago, and by the tone of my voice, she already knew that something was wrong. Yes, she was calling me for something, but she took the time to say, wait a minute, what's wrong with you? I can tell in your voice. That's someone that cares. People that don't care will look over it like, oh, well, she's just having one of her moments or one of her days. And that's not fair to the person. I've been suffering from depression since I was in my, like, about 25, 26. So that's something that I take it's very sensitive to me. So for her to notice that, it really it was like, okay, well, she notices and she does care. And us as a people, some people are very selfish. They don't care. They're just worried about what can they get from you at that time, at that moment. And, you know, depression causes suicide. Kids are depressed. When kids are being bullied, that causes them to want to be suicidal. I know my son, he was feeling really depressed when we moved here. We moved from Arizona, away from all his siblings and all his normal, what he's used to. And we moved to a whole new place, and it was something that he wasn't really familiar with. And the kids that goes to his school, some of them were really, really mean, you know. And for him to be raised in a different type of environment than the environment that he's being raised in now, it was really a lot for him. So some days, you know, you can never ignore your child. That's when you walk in and you find them trying to hang themselves, cutting themselves, or doing some type of bodily harm to themselves because the pain of it just feels good. And it's not healthy. So as a mother, as a father, as parents, it is very important to pay attention to your child. It's very, very important to check on them every day. Ask them how their day went. That right there opened up my eyes, because I've never ever dealt with anything like that before. His dad has a very depressed mental. So, like I said, I don't get off into names. I'm not going to be putting people's names out there. But his dad gets very depressed, and It's just something that you really have to be sensitive to. You know, you see a person, you don't know what their day is going like. If you see someone, you hold the door for them. Be gentle. Be nice. Hey, how you doing today? Even if you don't know them, speak to them anyways. It's not going to hurt you. You know, and I'm in this thing to where I see people all the time, and it's always, you got some change, or do you have me? I'm like, I get really, sometimes I get bothered by that, because it's like, your hands work, your feet work. Why are you even out here asking? But who am I to judge? I don't know why they're doing that, or what it's like for them in their life, where they sleep at night, how they eat, how they get along. I really don't even know what they use the money for. But if they're using it for whatever numbness that they need, because that's really what it is. If they're doing drugs or using, no, it's not an excuse for the people, but it's a real thing. You know, if they're using it for liquor or drugs or whatever, that's what they chose to use it for, to numb whatever is going on inside of them. And nobody can blame them for who they are, who they become. I've seen so much and so many people just like have a lot. I've seen people with a lot of stuff. I've seen people with houses, cars, good jobs, having a lot of money, to walking on the streets, begging, using drugs. The drugs that they use have really turned their mental into making them crazy. And you can't judge them. People that have their men, that wives have left them for their best friend. That right there will trigger something and throw them off. You don't know what they were already going through, so you can't really say, oh no, he should have been a stronger person, or she should have been a stronger woman. That's not, it's not, all you can really do is pray for them. If you believe in prayer, higher power, whatever your preference is for who you worship, you just pray for them. That's all you can really do. I've been through so much in my life. Like about 13 years ago, my dad passed away. And when he passed away, it was a lot for me. It's my stepdad. So when he passed away, it was a lot for me, because he was the man in my life. He made me feel like I was this queen, a princess. Whatever he had, he would give his knowledge to me. He would always come for me. Like if I called him in the middle of the night, it didn't matter if he was asleep, he would always answer the phone and say, hey baby, how you doing? And it'd be like as if we hadn't talked, and we talk every day. And when I lost him, that really, really, like, it still bothers me to this day. But when I lost him, it took me to a whole nother level. I started like doing things I had no business, using drugs, and I never prostituted my body, or I never did anything like that, but it just really led me down this really, really dark road. So it caused me to have to see a psych, because I can talk to her and tell her, it's always been a woman, and 9 times out of 10, it's always been someone that's been having problems. So I could always talk to her and tell her how I felt without her judging me, because I'm a very private person at times. And I can talk to her and tell her things without her judging me, or running back to tell whoever she knows. She can tell whoever she wants to, but they don't know me. So it just really took, it really took a lot out of me. That's something that I never, I ended up going down this really dark road to where I went to prison. And yeah, I know I don't look like it. I don't look like I did any of the stuff that I'm talking to you guys about. But I ended up going to prison, and when I went there, the first time I went, it was for 13 months. My mom, she made sure I had everything. She's always been like that. Made sure I had money to call home, money on my books, money for whatever, being always in communicating with me. But the second time I went, when she seen, actually the first time I went, I was like, oh, I can do this again. When she seen that I had that attitude and that spirit about it, she was like, oh no, we're not doing this. The next time I went, I couldn't call nobody. I didn't have money on my books. I couldn't see, nobody came to see me. For one, it was from Arizona all the way to down south, so nobody was going to come out there and see me. And when I would get expedited, I'd get expedited for 10 days. I was tired. That was my second time getting, that's 20 days out of my life that I'm in police custody when that's not even the person that I was supposed to be. I ended up being that person because my dad passed away and it took me down a road and I just lost it after that. When I went to prison a second time, I ended up really getting a grip and a hold of myself. I ended up having this direct line with God. I just didn't do anything that I wasn't supposed to do. I stayed focused. I didn't have friends. I didn't talk to anyone. I just went to church for 6 days a week. That's what I did. The girls in there talked about me. I used to be a really, really fly girl with the nails and the hair and eyelashes, and I just used to keep carrying myself like that. But that's not, that kind of stuff doesn't define you. It just makes you feel pretty. And it's okay with feeling pretty. It's just that in that time, I wasn't feeling pretty. I was naked before God. This is when I could say I was really naked before God. Like I'm sitting here naked in front of you guys. Nappy hair, no makeup, probably need to pluck but that's not even my focus. My focus is to get this off my chest about being depressed for other people, for myself. It's a good therapy. So the girls in there would talk about me. Oh, your hair is this, your hair is that, your clothes are, because back there, you can wear regular clothes. Only time you had to wear the uniform was Monday through Friday when it was work days, because we had to work. And so, when that happened, it just really opened up my eyes. I really got a spiritual awakening, and it really helped me see my life for what it was and that it was better than what it was. So, I want someone to get what they're going to get out of their life if they're depressed. Because depression can really just screw up your future, your dreams, your ambition, your tenacity. It can just really take you to a whole nother level. And it's just really something that we bury, and we don't want to get anybody involved in what it is that we're depressed about. But it's okay. It is totally fine to get help. Rich people have problems. Poor people have problems. The people that have it is middle class. They have problems. I believe everybody has problems. Majority of the people are depressed and they don't even know it. So if you feel like you're depressed and you really need to get help for your illness, because it's a mental illness. When you start to neglect yourself and cut yourself and think about suicide, that is a mental illness. It's okay to talk to somebody. It's okay to take medications. I used to take medication. I have really bad sleep insomnia. At night I can't sleep. Even while I'm pregnant, my best sleep I get is in the daytime. I wake up a lot of times at night because I have to use the bathroom from the baby. But other than that, I'm even trying to be happy while I'm pregnant because I don't want my baby to come out with the depression or that kind of feeling, or, and you have to uplift your children. So I'm always going to tell her she's beautiful. I'm always going to tell her the sky's the limit. She can do whatever she wants to do in life because it's the truth. What makes you ugly is you can be the finest thing walking the earth. What makes you ugly is your personality and how you treat people. That's what makes you ugly. So you never let anybody take that from you. Take your joy, steal your ambition. You never let anybody mess with your personality. You just don't let people do that, because people are mean. All people, kids, adults, old people, it doesn't matter. There is no cap to meanness. You know, majority of people, some people are nice, some people will help uplift you and get you going in your life. But if you're feeling like you just can't take it anymore and it's just too much for you to bear, get help. Talk to somebody. If you have to have medication to level out your emotions and your feelings because they're up and down. You don't know how to feel. Depression is something you can't identify. Most people don't. They just don't know how to deal with it. So if you get help, I got help. I did the work. I did paperwork. I looked up different ways. And then when I started to really do the exercise, I'm like, oh, that's why I feel like this. And it really helped me. So you get help. Get help. You can get help from through your medical. I don't know if however your medical is set up, but there's always somebody that you can get help from for mental illness. Don't look over that. Thank you guys and have a good evening.